Seriously though, you can't let it go. America is like a dog with a hot spot on its butt, called the Middle East. And you think you have to keep licking it, but you're just making it worse.
شو الموضوع ده قديم ولا ايه؟
Are you saying that America has to
Yes.
Oh no, not the
You
cone.
need the cone, John.
Not the cone.
America needs the cone, yes.
We gotta get rid of
Yeah.
Bاسm Yusuf joins me now from Dubai. It's good to have you. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm not sure if you think this is a laughing matter. How much of what Donald Trump is saying, how much attention is it getting in the Middle East?
Oh, he's getting a lot of attention. I mean, you know, we're already having our own Donald Trumps in the Middle East, but they are opinion leaders, even heads of states, and very popular people. And this is why the Middle East is a one big mess. So please, America, learn from us. Please, because this is the prequel of what's happening now. So don't. Don't go there.
What should we learn from you? You said, please, America, learn from us. What should we learn from you?
Oh, yeah. Just don't get Donald Trump, because this is what happens when you put someone with Donald Trump in charge. Because we have our own bigoted, xenophobic, racist people who actually drive a lot of public opinion here. And this is what you get, like a lovely, beautiful Middle East, as you can all see.
Yeah. So, you know, you're a satirist, a comedian. Are people laughing about this, or do they think it's dangerous?
Well, you know, you just laugh for the first couple of minutes and say, like, wait, this is very dangerous. Because, I mean, what's next? I mean, let's ban Muslims from getting into the United States. Let's put ID tags on the people who are already there. Let's build a wall to prevent those rapist Mexicans to go in, and let's make fun of people with disabilities. I mean, we are just like a couple of steps away from, I don't know, concentration camps and maybe
حجمه تخن شوية من ساعة بسبب البرنامج.
to complete a whole Donaldtopia, which is, by the way, called Nazism. This is stupid. And what's really even more scary is not what Donald Trump is saying. I mean, there are stupid people everywhere in the world. What's really scary is the amount of support that he's having. Like the recent poll you've just shown on CNN, 35% of the GOP like supporters, they support Trump. 35%. The second place, 16%. It is really scary, like the amount of support he's getting, and the many people actually buying into his narrative.
But can you blame all of that, Bاسm, on ignorance? You know, you're saying, oh well, there are lots of stupid people. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but can you blame all of that on just Donald Trump and his supporters?
Well, no, I think you reap what you sow. I think this has started like many years ago. It started with a certain narrative that happened. You started with George W. Bush, new cons, then you went into Sarah Palin, and then you're ending up with Donald Trump and Tea Party and all of this. So it didn't happen overnight. And yes, there are mistakes everywhere, but you can't just like use certain things that's happening in the world as an excuse to put other people in danger. Now, yes, there are many people who use the narrative of religion in a dangerous way. And by the way, most Muslims are actually subject to that threat more than anybody else. ISIS has killed more Muslims than they killed anybody else. I mean, we are in this together. But the thing is, you can't just like use that in order to alienate everybody else. We as Muslims, we don't have some sort of a collective mind that drives us. We don't have a secret Facebook group that we go in and we decide how we terrorize the rest of the world. There are many Muslims who are called Ahmed, Muhammad, and Mahmoud. Some of them are devout, some of them are not. Some of them pray, some of them don't. Some of them are even atheists. Some of the people who look Muslims and look brown, they are Sikhs or Christian Arabs. But the way that this is going, you create like a whole like collective mind of xenophobia, making people look at anybody in the street who look different than them as a potential time bomb. Okay. And this is why recently you had people who have been removed from airplanes because other passengers were not comfortable. I mean, look at me. I mean, I don't have like a beard. But yes.
I don't know. You may have just shaved it tonight. Yeah. That was a joke. So, but listen, a lot of Muslims in the Middle East have been critical of Donald Trump. He is losing some business, and I discussed that with him just last night. Listen.
What I'm doing now is far more important. And I'm talking about for the Muslims. I'm doing good for the Muslims.
What I'm doing now is far more important than any particular business I have in the Middle East.
Makes a lot of money, does a lot of business. You think that that's a little hypocritical, don't you?
Well, of course. I mean, I think Donald Trump hates Muslims unless they have very deep pockets. I mean, he's been in the Middle East and he's been actually having a lot of investment. He doesn't see them as a threat because of their money. But I think what he's doing was far more important, that he is driving that kind of narrative of hate and racism through people. And by the way, you asked me about, like, should we blame only those people who are ignorant about what's happening? Fear is an incredibly dangerous weapon. When you put any group of people under like constant feeling of fear, you will drive them to do things that they might not have actually. I mean, I'm sure that many of Donald Trump's supporters didn't think that they would actually accept banning a certain group of people a few years ago. Yeah. But the thing is, the constant narrative of fear, it is very, very dangerous. And it makes people go through a very extreme rate. Yes?
Yeah, I want to get this in. And I'm sorry about the delay, and we have short time together, but I really appreciate, what you're saying. So more to the point, when we talk about, can you just blame Donald Trump for fear? Because Islam has a reputation in the West as being largely intolerant, particularly in the Middle Eastern countries. For example, your show in Egypt poked fun at a former president, Mohammed Morsi. You were arrested, you were interrogated, you were accused of insulting Islam. So how hard is it if it's hard for a comedian, right, to do this, can you understand why it may be hard for Americans who are not so familiar with Islam to understand the nuance here?
Well, this is not I mean, yes, I had my problems with an Islamic country, but I also had a problem with an Islamic government, but I also had my problems with the regime that removed the Islamic regime. Mm-hmm. So I was actually banned after Morsi, not during Morsi. Mm-hmm. So the fact is, it's not just them. It's the whole. We have a problem in the Middle East with democracy in general. It's not only a Muslim problem. It is also a military problem. It's not only like an Islamic fascism. We also have military fascism. So this is only one side of the story. The fact that you're telling me that Islam has a reputation, you need to ask about what is actually causing this reputation. Because yes, we have our problem, but look, you can't just collectively judge a certain group of people because of the act of many people who are terrorizing those are the same people. I mean, of course, if you're watching Fox News and they're bringing on their very extreme sheikhs, they only have one or two, they only bring on them. Of course, this is going to be the only image I have of the Middle East. Right. But this kind of narrative is very deficient because. So would Christianity have a very bad reputation because of these abortion clinic bombing and Planned Parenthood? I mean, the fact that you somehow that we as a group of Muslims have to apologize or be only on toes and please forgive us for these people are doing. Well, we might ask this for so many other groups or religions too. Yeah. I mean, there are stupid people and basically jerks in every religion. Well, Bاسم, but you can't. It's to put us all in one package. Just like it's not right.
We appreciate you joining us and thank you for bringing your perspective here. And we'll have you back. Thanks.
Bاسم Yusuf, everyone.
Thank you, Tamer. Thank you.
Coming up, despite all the backlash after his proposal.